Good morning, my dear children. Today we are going to do lesson number 8, The Mummy's Food, in your English workbook. So we have to start the chapter 8. Come on to page number 72, exercise A. Choose the correct country of origin for each of these words and write answers in the brackets, in the blanks. First is loot. Answer is Hindi. The word loot has its word origin from Hindi. Cartoon, word origin is Italian. Cigar, word origin is Spanish. Karaoke, word origin is Japanese. Lemon, Arabic. Avatar is the word origin from Sanskrit. Ketchup has the word origin from Chinese. Entrepreneur is the word origin from French. Moving on to the next exercise, exercise B. Choose the correct option to fill in the blanks and complete these sentences. First, my brother gave a beautiful dash shawl. Kashmiri. Answer is Kashmiri shawl. There was a dash in our computer program. There was a glitch. Glitch means malfunction. The actress appeared on stage with a whole new avatar. Avatar means a new look. My parents often have their morning tea in the dash, in the patio. Patio is the open space outside the house. Fifth, our neighbors own a fierce and fury dash named Terry. Dachshund. Dachshund is a breed of a dog. Fifth, I love dash at the new Chinese restaurant. I love dim sums. Dim sums because dim sums are originated in China. Next exercise, match the words to their meaning. Use the words in the sentence of your own. Ranch. Ranch means a large farm. Safari. Safari means an overland journey or expedition. Cruisant. Cruisant is a form of light bread. Typhoon. It is a type of a storm. Bandana. Bandana is a large colored handkerchief. Metropolis, a capital city of a region. Caravan is a vehicle equipped for living. Waltz. Waltz is a type of dance. Next, moving on to the next page, page number 74. Exercise A. Identify the independent and dependent clause in these sentences. Circle the independent clause and underline the dependent clause. First, if he gets elected, he will work hard to bring about promised changes. Now, what is a dependent clause and what is an independent clause? Independent clause is a part of a sentence which has the meaning, which is complete in itself. It do not depend on the other part of the sentence. Whereas dependent clause is that part of the sentence that is dependent on the other part of the sentence. Like the first example, if he gets elected, he will work hard to bring about the promised changes. So what is dependent clause here? If he gets elected. And independent, he will work hard to bring about the promised changes. So if he gets elected. Underline. Next, I will go out with you if you promise to bring me back home on time. So underline, if you promise to bring me back home on time. Next, if you are leaving the room, please make sure that you turn off the lights and fans. So answer is, if you are leaving the room. This is dependent clause. Wherever Farhan goes, the new puppy follows him. Wherever Farhan goes. Fifth, although Roshni studied very hard, she could not top in her class. Answer is although Roshni studied very hard. As soon as the bell rings, the children run to the playground. Answer is as soon as the bell rings. Dependent clause do not have its meaning in itself. Okay, it is completely dependent on the other part of the sentence. Seventh, when we entered the room, we found grandma asleep in her rocking chair. Underline when we entered the room. Eighth, we can go for a stroll in the park if it stops raining. Answer is if it stops raining. Trisha left the terrace as soon as her friend stopped singing. As soon as her friend stopped singing. When Sneha called her parents, they were driving. When Sneha called her parents, they were driving. B exercise. B is your homework. Try to complete the sentence using the suitable clauses. I'll do one for you and rest you'll do yourself. Until you complete your work, you cannot leave. You cannot leave. In such way you will fill the blanks and complete the sentences. Moving on to the next exercise on page 75. Again you have to match the independent clauses with the dependent clauses to form a meaningful sentence. Number 1. Leena carefully reads the passage before attempting the questions. Second, Naman eats 2 bananas before going to school every day. The family moved to another house temporarily while their home was undergoing repairs. Zunaid saw a burglar entering his neighbor's house in the middle of the night. Shikha goes for swimming practice twice a week. Twice a week. We will go to Mussoorie during our summer holidays. Amarjeet and his friends will agree to visit Munnar. Answer is if I came to. If I come to. Shubhra was annoyed with her friends. Answer is for leaving her behind at the party. Restrictive and non-restrictive clauses are not in your syllabus. It's not included in the syllabus. Moving on to the next chapter, The Tempest. Types of Shakespearean plays. William Shakespeare wrote many plays in his lifetime. His plays were performed far and wide and loved by one and all. Shakespearean plays. Language is playful and expressive. How is the language of the plays? Shakespearean plays language is playful and expressive. Shakespeare is loved and admired by theatre enthusiasts, scholars of literature, students, teachers, and artists even today. That is possible because Shakespeare's play help us understand the complex nature of emotion and human behavior. So how is his plays? His plays are complex of nature of emotion. It expresses all the emotions and human behavior. All the complex nature of emotions. Shakespeare wrote 3 types of plays. One is tragic, one is comic and historical. A tragic play is quite serious and has a sad ending. It often involves someone's death. Shakespearean tragedy thus means a play in which the events go horribly wrong and leads to a catastrophe. The hero of a tragedy meets a terrible fate. Some popular Shakespearean tragedies are Antony and Cleopatra, King Lear, Macbeth, Othello, and Titus and Andronicus. A comedy refers to something that is humorous and makes someone laugh. It usually has a happy ending. Shakespeare's comic plays too had happy endings. In the comic plays, one would witness a lot of irony, sarcasm, wit, and confusion. Clever wordplay and absurd situations make Shakespearean comedies unique and engaging. His wordplay had a absurd situation and they are cleverly played, unique and engaged. Some well-known comedies by Shakespeare are All's Well That Ends Well, As You Like It, The Comedy of Errors, Cymbeline, Love Lovers Lost, Measure for Measure, The Merry Wives of Windsor, The Tempest, The Merchant of Venice, A Midsummer Night Dream, Twelfth Night, and Two Gentlemen of Verona. Now, you have read the passage. Now you have to fill the blanks from the phrases given in the passage. First, Shakespeare Shakespearean plays language is, answer is here, playful and expressive. Answer is playful and expressive. Shakespeare's play help us understand the complex nature of emotion and human behavior. This is answer 2. Third question, Shakespeare wrote three types of play. The answer is here, tragic, comic, and historical. Historical is already written, so you just have to write tragic and comic. Fourth, a comedy refers to something that is dash and makes someone dash. So, what is a comedy? A comedy refers to something that is humorous and makes someone laugh. Humorous and makes someone laugh. Clever dash and dash make Shakespearean comedies unique and engaging. Answer is here. Clever wordplay and absurd situations make Shakespearean play unique and engaging. Next, historical plays by Dash. Historical plays by Shakespeare tells us stories from England's history from 12th to 16th. Here the answer is here, 12th to 16th centuries. Complete the name of the plays written by Shakespeare. So Antony and Cleopatra. Cleopatra. As You Like It. The Merchant of Venice. Henry IV. The Gentleman of Verona. And Measure for Measure. These names are given in the passage. You can find out in the passage. Next is define the given words from the passage and use them in sentences. So I am telling you the meaning of these words. You have to make the sentences of your own. Catastrophe means a disaster. A disaster. Absurd means illogical. Engaging meaning here is charming. The meaning in the passage is charming. Otherwise, there are many other synonyms to engaging. It has which are other meanings. Betrayal means trickery. So I have given you the meanings. You have to make the sentences of these words. Moving on to the next page. Complete the passage with suitable phrase and words from the box. J.K. Rowling, a renowned author who wrote the Harry Potter series, was born in England in the year 1965. From a tender age, she wanted to be a writer. She wrote short stories and narrated them to her friends with a gusto, with a lot of gusto, with a lot of gusto. It is interesting to know, it is interesting to know that she had worked as a secretary before becoming a well-known author. Well-known author. Her life has transformed drastically. Drastically. Okay, students. So these are the today's work. The homework is to make the sentences and to complete the sentence using the clauses. Okay, these are the your homework. So this is for today. Thank you.